Hello everyone, it's me, Nancy Finch, doing another Tea with Nan at 12 o'clock on a Monday. We missed each other last week because it was bank holiday and I hadn't realised, so I'm sorry I wasn't here for you last week, but I hope you're all okay. Today, it's a bit miserly out there today, so I hope you've got a nice hot drink to sit with me and talk about our subject today. Today I've got my Aquarius cup. So I hope everyone's all right. I haven't seen you, as I say, for nearly 2 weeks. So I know a lot goes on and lots of people's lives are very busy, aren't they? So I'm hoping you're all doing well. But today's subject, really, for the Tea with Nan is colour yourself well. Now, a long time ago, I did a really good talk on my Nan Talks. This is on my website, www.nancyfinch.co.uk. So I thought I'd throw that one in now. But basically, I did lots of talks, and some of them are colour-coded. Now, the colour-coded idea is for our chakras to be stimulated by that. And I'm just trying to find the right... Oh, here it is. I got it right in front of me. So colour-coded. It's there all along. So, okay. So this is something I want to help you with today. I want to help you to colour yourself well. And I don't mean painting yourself. I mean as a result of colouring in or painting. Some artists are very good at this, of course. They're very good at balancing the whole body because they are using different colours. You actually help yourself on a mind and body reaction. So I've got lots of different connecting things to talk about with colour, but it's a basic, very easy thing to get into. You don't have to be clever, you don't have to have it absolutely brilliant, but you do, it's really good for you to be mindful of that moment and to enjoy that. It's very important that we have that opportunity to balance ourselves, because we're not balanced. Quite a lot of the time we've got too much of our head space being used and got to do this and do that, and without realizing it, we can be imbalanced. So, and it's just a nice feeling when you start to do this, you'll realize, I think I need to do this more. That's what all my clients say to me anyway. When they start colouring in, they go, oh, I must do more of this. My inner child loves it, because we all like to create. And that's going to be the symbol today as well, the one I give you every time I'm on here. So I did do a talk in the purple section of, that's the crown chakra, of my Nan Talks. I did do that a while back, and that was on, I'm looking here, 8th of the 7th, 21. But a lot of people have said to me, can you do this again? Because although that's very good, it talks about, it's called Colouring Book, that particular talk. We are talking about colouring books, but we're talking about focusing on breath with colour a bit more today, because although that reinforces this beautifully, it's something that would be good for you to play with and to listen to perhaps, and to reinforce the reasons why you need to understand yourself and your emotions and how they affect your body. See, every thought has a reaction, a feeling that goes with it, and every feeling either opens or shuts those chakras. Now, that's okay as if you're having a good feeling and a positive thought, but if you're worried about something or stressed, or you've got something else going on in your life, most of us have, then that's going to have an effect on those chakra energies, and that affects in turn your body's well-being and your mind's well-being as well, of course. So today, really, colour yourself well. I thought I'd reintroduce this to you, because a colouring book idea, yes, that's great. That's just one idea. I mean, I've got one here. I bought this especially for you today. I know it's backwards, but this is all about the zodiac. And I thought, I went through lots of them actually. And nowadays you've got so many colouring books you can buy, can't you? They're all lovely. Choose the one, if you're going to get one for yourself, choose the one that suits you. Now, a lot of people think it's a waste of time to be colouring because I've got that job to do or that. And I do talk about this in that colouring book talk on the 8th of the 7th, 21 in the purple section. I do talk about that, but it isn't a waste of time if you spend perhaps even 10 minutes a day just doodling. A lot of people like doodling, don't they? But you could colour in your doodles. Supposing you had a nice, lovely little doodle like that and you wanted to just colour it in. It's so good for you. It releases... Oh, hi, Val. Lovely to see you on here. You're the first person. Happy Monday to you. We're talking about colouring in. I don't know whether you've ever had a colouring in book, Val, but it's so nice to doodle and colour it in. As a child, I used to do that Oh, that's really sweet, Val. Yes, I enjoy looking after you when you're not well. It's so good. I hope you're feeling better, darling. And hi, I can't read that, Amandia. Oh, that's lovely. Nice name. So today's all about colour yourself. Wow, maybe, Val, you can get yourself some colouring pencils or whatever you need and doodle, or perhaps even buy yourself a book. Really good for you. As I say, you can order them online, or there's plenty of shops that have them now. And hi, Annie. And oh, I'm off to get my colouring book out. Oh, that's well done, you. That's so clever, Amandia. That's so clever. Get it out, because we put it away, don't we? Oh, so if we take it out, and our inner child loves it, because for a moment you're not working. For a moment, you're not thinking of that bill to pay or that to do or whatever you're doing in that moment. And Mondays can be very stressful for people because there's so much going on for the week. But wouldn't it be nice if you just did yourself a little doodle, or get your book out and start doing more with colour? Because that's a really nice, fun thing to do. And when you've looked at what you've created, suddenly you have these nice happiness hormones, okay, whizzing around your body. And dopamine is one of them. It's one of my favorites, a doing thing, a doing hormone. So when you do something like walk the dog, or create something, or paint a wall, or whatever you're doing, you feel achievement from that. And that is a nice happiness hormone that whizzes around your body and makes you feel good. So I do it for that reason. I think if we can achieve something, then whatever we create in our lives does produce more lovely feelings inside your body, and that, by the law of attraction, attracts more of that into your life. So lots of good reasons why you should colour in, or colour yourself well. So as I say, that talk I talked about was, that you could listen to go with this, is Colouring Book, 8th of the 7th, 21, on my website. There's also 7-year cycle I want to talk about. I'm referencing 4 of those talks today. 7-year cycle, understanding colour, paint the bell. Now, people, I'll go through these in order, I think, but if you want to go onto that Nan Talks, onto the purple section, you'll find all of these ones I'm referencing now. So I'll go in order. 7-year cycle. I believe, and I've seen evidence for many years, that every year you go through a different emotional growth in that growth of self, your soul journey. And there's your chakra energies there. And here's the colours that go with it. So I believe that we go through, in a 7-year cycle, different colours at different ages. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we go all the way through our chakras all our lives in different emotional and physical developments. So if anyone wants to know more about that, and what colour perhaps they would want to colour in more of, it would be whatever your age is. Okay, and I'm not going to put this on here, but you can always perhaps email me, nancyfinch@hotmail.co.uk, tell me your age, or message me here, and I will tell you which colour that you probably need to use more on a physical and emotional level. Even if you don't understand what you're going through, it's nice to actually just go and just play with the colour, because the colour is going to help you radiate wellness in whichever area you're in. So yes, I mean, whichever age you are. There's an age thing down the side of this, but say you're 42, that would be in the red, 43 would be the orange, that kind of thing. We're going, every single year we change our chakra energy that we're focused on to develop ourselves. So I love showing people that. If you want to know more about that, or if you want to find out more about your personal development through colour, I can always help you on a one-to-one session. So you can always email me on that address, and I can arrange that with you online or otherwise. Really nice, easy way of having an intention to keep yourself well while you're going through those emotional and physical changes in your body. Okay, so it's using colour in a very clever way. So that's I've done a talk on that as well. That can show you how we use it a bit more, and I've got affirmations to go with that in the 7-year cycle. So if you think, oh well, you check on your age, and then you say, I need that affirmation, I need that colour, then colour in a colouring book, or wear that colour, and be more aware that colour is helping you, because colour can help radiate wellness in each of those emotional areas. Oh, hi Joanne. Thank you for being here, darling, and thank you for the heart. Lovely. So we've got 7-year cycle, understanding colour. Well, it's understanding that colour has energy. That's what that talk's all about. And that's on the 22nd of the 3rd, 21. So go back and have a look at that or listen to that, because understanding colour will just help you to realise how you can use colour more. They all knit beautifully together. They're like tools that fit together, aren't they? Paint the bell. Now, this is a really good one. I only just thought about that 5 minutes before I got on here. But a lot of people have trouble sleeping, don't they? And they've got stress, they've got worry. And I've just said about colour being very powerful on yourself. It's very soothing as well when you're using colour. You know, even people that are colour blind, or people I've actually worked with colour with people that can't see, and they still benefit from the colour, the vibration of the energy of the colour. So painting the bell is really good for people who can't sleep, because in this, if you want to look at that, as I say, 5th of the 4th, 21, then it shows you how you can mindfully imagine that you're painting this bell. It's the most beautiful deep colour purple, and it has to be a bell because it's really big. It's about 4 foot, and you're stood in front of it, and I've set you up beautifully to do this in that talk. But basically, the very action and the colour of you imagining painting the bell, it's a bit like counting sheep but better. And so you're kind of focusing on the colour. The colour is really important. Actually, either one of these, the blue, the dark blue, indigo, or the purple will work. But it's really good for sending beautiful hormones down your spine and your body to help you to sleep. So there's lots of physical reasons why you might want to do that, because it helps your hormones to help you to sleep. See, very simple. And if you get confused over all of that, you can just message me and set up a nice one-to-one. That would be good. So scientists have proved that when you're colouring in, you're calming your central nervous system. You're helping your body on that level alone. Maybe you're breathing better because you're calming. I've got a whole list of stuff up here. It's very good for you. It's a form of meditation, isn't it? Yeah. So you are colouring in, thinking of that colour, going just focused on that moment. And it's a form of meditation, and it calms and restores you. So, and they have proved it works on people that are stressed and worried. So why not? So colour, if you haven't got any books with you, then draw yourself a little symmetrical thing and start colouring it in. When I was a little girl, I used to love drawing little bricks on top of each other. It was really funny. I just kept doing like little doodles, and then I'd colour them all in after. I felt great. And I didn't know the wisdom of it at the time, because I just loved doing it. And obviously the dopamine was whizzing around my body, and I felt great. I felt happy. So I did that as a child. Oh, I do little stars, you know, and that was good fun. I mean, how many of you on here love to doodle? You're talking to someone on the phone, maybe you're doodling. Why not colour that in after? If you don't know what it is you're going to do, just let it be creative. Maybe just be your own little artist and create a lovely shape that you can colour in. It's nice. And also, it's interesting to see which colours you choose. If you don't use the chakra colours, I mean, these are just 7 basic colours. But as you know, there's lots and lots of different colours we all like. There's other colours like, you know, well, black and white isn't technically a colour, but people consider it is. Pink's a colour, etc., etc. They're all colours of each other, aren't they? Silver, gold, browns, and all these colours. It's interesting to see which one you actually choose. Oh, hi Amy, thank you for joining us, darling. Your name's just popped up. Happy Monday. So which colour would you choose to put in your drawing? It is interesting. It's the lack of colour that you choose that is showing you that where physical, emotional imbalance is, because you're going to choose naturally the colours instinctively. You're going to choose the ones that are already wanting to work for you. So if you say go for these colours, maybe the top colours of the rainbow, and you think, well, what's wrong with the others? Well, you're not feeling secure. That's why you haven't chosen it. So those feelings, if they're lacking, if you're lacking in those areas, those colours that you haven't chosen, then I can help you to understand that. I've got a whole load of paperwork I've got on this today, but you might go back to the red. You might be worried about something. You might have a lack of courage or strength, or perhaps you're feeling, as I say, lack in some areas. It might be you've got to pay that bill and you can't afford that bill or whatever. That would shut that down. and that would be one of the colours that you probably wouldn't want to paint. Instinctively, you would go for the ones that feel more open, and that's what happens. So you actually need to go for the colours that you don't want to do to help you. So if you were worried, it would be the red you need to use more of. If you had a lack of self-worth or self-respect, or you were criticizing yourself, you'd need to go for the orange, the sacral area, okay? You need to spend more energy with that. You need to breathe that energy in. So you might breathe in the color orange. You sort of imagine that beautiful orange is going straight down to that area as you color it in, okay? There are words I'm going to give you as well with it if you want that. But so it might be in the yellow area, the solar plexus here, you might be really stressed or not feeling in control. Well, you need to work more with that yellow colour and maybe use more of that in your drawing, okay? And the same goes throughout the whole systems. Your green, for instance, it might be personal loss, self-judgment issues. Got big paperwork here. I do workshops on this as well, and this is just some of the stuff I've got out today for you. But you might need to open that up as you're doing the green. You might need to give yourself self-love or healing. You might need to just think, what would I need? I have got very basic words here to help you, but what would you need? Care, compassion, those feelings, maybe self-nurturing. So that's just a few ideas. If you don't like the colour green, maybe go for those thoughts and colour in, okay? Then you've got the light blue, part of the inner child. It might be that you might be hopeless of something, or you might be a little bit, apathy might be in your life at the moment. You might have no joy, or perhaps you want a holiday, you want some fun. And as you're colouring in the light blue, naturally this one would open. And as you're kind of breathing in that colour and imagining it's going here throughout, obviously, each one as you go, but you're helping yourself and your inner child to express and create and be happy as a natural result of focusing on that colour and taking a deep breath as you do it. Nice. And so it goes on. Indigo, it might be lack of self-trust, or it might be that you don't, I don't know, your perceptions, you might not trust your decisions, etc. And connection with the world, this is the purple one here. You might just need to open up these areas with the colour. And a lot of people are overthinking it, makes it shut. So that's another thing to consider. I've got here a little mandala. I know these words are backwards. I know. But these, I did this a long time ago. It's just one word for each of the chakras. And it was just basically to give you a focus. So if you were to draw something like this, or get yourself a free mandala from I don't know, YouTube or something, I don't know, wherever you go to get it. I think I Googled that a long time ago and got a free mandala. And so what you do is you can put the colours with it. So you can say, right, as I colour this bit, I'm going to think I am safe, safety, safety. And I'm going to breathe that colour in. So if you get a pen and paper and you write those down right now, just writing down 7 words. I'll tell you what colour they are, and then you can apply them to a doodle or your book, or perhaps a free mandala, okay? So let's have a look. Safety is red, okay? If you were to use that one word as you're colouring in, it would have an effect on that chakra, okay? This base one here. And I'd like you to feel well throughout the whole body, but that is the main battery. And you need that one because it goes up through and it helps keep you well, okay? As I say, on all levels. So we've got safety. You've got comfort for the orange, okay? Write that down. You've got power. You need to feel powerful sometimes, and when you're not feeling in control of your life, or some areas of it. So power is yellow. You've got compassion is green. Very good to have compassion for yourself and others. It helps to take the pressure away from this area. Liberation, yes, for the light blue. Lovely colour, lovely feeling. And perhaps we need to be liberated from ourselves and perhaps habits we've had, or perhaps the way we think of ourselves and we've been in our own way. Maybe we need liberation from that. So wisdom, we need to trust our intuition and wisdom. We need to know, we need to connect to that, and we need to be more trusting of that. And then you've got trust anyway, trust for the world. So wisdom for this one maybe, and trust for the crown, for the purple or violet. So those are just 7 colours that you could use to help you with those concepts as you colour in. And it's interesting, as I say, to see what block of color you're more inclined to use, because whatever you're using is probably working better than the other ones that are only tiny in your picture. So that would be a good indication you need to do another picture using the ones that you didn't want to use. Yeah, I think I've said that one all right, actually. So going back to my board here, if you could use 20 seconds of breathing that concept in that I've just given you, 20 seconds as you're colouring in, you're going to feel yourself relax. You're going to feel your shoulders drop. You're going to feel yourself feeling more in tune with yourself, more whole. You're going to bring yourself, your thoughts, your feelings, everything back into harmony as you're breathing and as you're colouring in. I think it's much more, it's not a time waster. It's very important that we do it. That's what I've got on here, and dopamine is one of the main reasons I want to feel that lovely feeling of achievement. It's great. So I've talked about the NAN talks, 7-year cycle, etc., understanding colour, the colouring in. And then we've got a TVID NAN, mindful breathing. As I'm talking about breathing, you can look that one up. So TVID NANs are different. That's what we're doing here, more informal. 22nd of 3rd, 22. And that's all about how we breathe and we still. It's a bit like, instead of running like a car in 5th gear, we're taking ourselves back to a calm and grounded place when we're breathing. So that's a nice one to remember. And don't forget, for the people that are struggling to sleep, Paint That Bell is really, really good. It used to be flowers, actually, I used to use, and in my mind I'm going to paint the flowers and put them in a vase, but it got too complicated, and it works much better as a very nice easy shape of that bell, and it moves round, and so it doesn't take too much attention away from you as you're doing the action. So people, if you want to try that, to paint that, don't do it when you're driving, obviously, because it does send you into a nice calm place, but it is only for when you wish to sleep. Okay, that's my disclaimer. So if you're painting it, you know, it gets your mind gets used to that action and that intention, and the hormones are released quicker each time you do it, and before you know it, even years later, you'll find it much easier to sleep at just by thinking of that. And I know I've used that many times. I developed it when I was about 18. So that's a long time ago, and it still works today. So maybe have a look at that. So before we go, I've got a symbol that I always channel through. This is one of the many I've got, and this is called creativity. And it's a very simple triangle. If you drew yourself as triangle, symbols are very, very powerful. They set an intention on your subconscious level. You're kind of hooking into that like a light switch. You know that's going to work. You're intending that's going to give you this. So when I eventually do my book of symbols, I shall let you know, and you can buy them all. But this is just one I give away each time because I want you to try them out, see how you feel, perhaps give me some feedback, either on here, or you can email me on the address I gave you. So let's do the triangle. You can draw it in the air, and then you take yourself up and down. So you draw the triangle and then do that nice little creative loop in the middle. So let's do it together. Creativity. You want to create a good life for yourself. You want to create harmony. Let's create more color in our lives. So creativity is very good to liberate you from all the things you've been holding yourself back from. So you do it doesn't matter which way you do it, actually, guys. So as long as you're happy doing that, there we go. So creativity, that's what you're doing. You're connecting to that inner child who loves to create. You know, even when we were children, we create sandcastles if you were lucky to get to the beach. You create colour, you create drawings, you create. We need to create more. Perhaps we don't realise how much until we start doing it. And then you go, yeah, I realise I haven't done that for a while. And I know a lot of artists on here that would love to do more of that. So to help you to find the right thing that's going to give you that feeling of achievement, maybe just create. Just use that symbol, okay? Doesn't matter which way you do it. Creativity. It's very simple. And you can even colour that one in if you like. You can do whatever you like with that. So creativity, why not? Create a new life for yourself. Create a new space in your house. Create a clean and a cupboard, whatever. Create something visual. create a new mindset, whatever you want to do. So I think that more or less covers everything on here. I'll just go over it again. But if you haven't got a colouring book, then just draw yourself a little doodle and colour it in. And focus on those colours. And perhaps use the concepts I've given you, because they're all good for you. And, you know, compassion, liberation, wisdom, or make your own up. If you've got a positive thought you want to put with a colour, then that doesn't matter. You can do that. It might be hope or happiness. You know, just colour away and see how you get on with that. I know a lot of people who keep themselves very well by making sure they do colouring every single day. And a couple of people on here know who you are. You're very good at it. And it's a lovely thing to be able to get that balance right and to value yourself and your inner child and use that breath and that calmness and that groundedness you get to help you to think clearer, to make decisions, to do all the work that you have to do is better because you've had that moment of being grounded and calm and creative. Lovely. So I think that's about it. Go and get yourself a book or doodle. And I think that's it. Don't forget to breathe when you're doing it. Feels good. And get yourself some nice pens as well. That means a lot. I've got one client who said, I love collecting nice pens and colourful pens, and she just even looking at the pens makes her feel happy. And it's a time where children are going back to school now in September. You know, they all get new pens and pencil cases. Why don't you treat your inner child to a new little pencil box or whatever, and a little pencil case, and have all your pens in it, and treat yourself to that. Leave it somewhere you can see it, and you've got something you can perhaps remind yourself every day. I'm going to do 5 minutes of colouring in. And just remember, you know, when you're doing that, you're helping yourself on all different levels: physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. And by the law of attraction, you're going to attract more calm because of it. See, it's a good way to start the week, isn't it? Maybe hook it into a routine that you do every day. You know, with the first cuppa you have in the morning, or perhaps late at night when you want 5 minutes. Instead of watching telly, perhaps you can do both, perhaps. But just have 5 minutes or so of you giving yourself and your inner child some creativity and some mindfulness. Colour yourself well. Keep yourself well with colour, okay? Right, enjoy the talks I've given you. Enjoy the tea with Nans and the symbol. And enjoy having some lovely fun times colouring in and being mindful. Lovely. Well, please share this with other people, because you never know. It might be just what they need today to keep them well. It might be something easy for them. We like easy. Something to rebalance your body and your mind on a very simple concept of colour, you know? So enjoy. I shall see you next week. And as I say, please share this, because it would be lovely to get it out there. And if I can help anyone, that makes my day. It's great. And I'm going to get my pens out and I'm going to do some colouring in. And I hope you do too. Namaste. Lots of love. I shall see you next Monday. And as I say, have a good week and keep your emotional balloon high. Think of positive words and colour in. Bye, everyone. Bye.